Then get mine for back now. Wait, I got my money. He's talking about my money. How you go? You got to fight for me. Then get mine for back.
Mr. Abiodun Pupoloyi, happy new month. Mr. Chuku, happy new month. I'm the anchor for today's program. I'll be the anchor for today's program. I'll be taking you over.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders at the Instance. I'm Christian Chuku. A rainy season in Lagos. The rains had stopped us from starting the programs early, but now I think the weather is okay for the program. Once again, welcome to the program, Bystanders at the Instance. I am Christian Chuku. Good morning, Mr. Agwebo Imafidon. Good morning, Levinati, and also as many that will join us this morning. Yes, let's go straight to what we have for today. I have with me the Daily Sun newspaper. I have with me also This Day, and the Daily Sun. Once again, welcome to the program, Bystanders at the Newsstands. I have my committed analysts here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Mr. Matthew, Mr. David, Mr. Chigozie, Mr. Raphael, they're all here. And also Oluwawan will be here to give us the language this morning. Let's take a look at the reports we have. This is the Daily Sun newspaper and also the This Day newspaper. Main headline, Tinubu weekend meet in France as Article seek rapprochement. Tinubu weekend meets in France as Article seeks rapprochement. PDP candidate says party already addressing grievances. Okowa boasts PDP will win July 16 governorship poll in Osun State. Opposes Zamfara governor's position for citizens to carry guns. Presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike were yesterday scheduled to meet any moment in France, where the APC candidate was holding strategic meetings in furtherance of his presidential aspiration. Although the duo were initially slated to meet in Spain, according to This Day sources, current realities with respect to Tinubu's itinerary could not make that possible. Hence, the resort to France. However, as at 3 a.m. this morning, This Day could not confirm whether the meeting had indeed taken place. But the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, assured party members and supporters that he's going to make everything calm. Okay, let's look at other reports. Buhari, we have zero tolerance for interference with elections conducted by INEC. We have zero tolerance for interference with elections conducted by the INEC. Reiterates commitment to peaceful, credible polls in 2023. Urges Nigerians to use social media responsibly. Urges Nigerians to use social media responsibly. Again, UK court denies Ekweremadu and the wife bail. UK court again denies Ekweremadu and wife bail. Yes, autumn. Nigeria facing worst moment since autumn. As Atiku replies, Benue governor others on PDP crisis says actions are being taken to address grievances. Yes, CBN seeks direct subsidies grants to real sector from the European Union. CBN seeks direct subsidies grants to real sector from the European Union. But bloodbath in Niger, Enugu Plateau, others. Gunmen kill Lieutenant Colonel, Major Captain, 35 others. Yes, 14 cops, 6 civilians abduct 2 Chinese. Military liquidates cause of terrorists. 11 nabbed, 4,770 surrender. Proscription. IPOB seeks order of court to amend grounds of appeal. IPAB seeks order of court to amend grounds of appeal. FG concessions Onitsha River Port for 4 billion naira. FG concessions Onitsha River Port for 4 billion naira. Sultan urges Muslims to intensify prayers against insecurity. Sultan urges Muslims to intensify prayers against insecurity. Northern Coalition support call for citizens to bear arms. Northern Coalition supports the call for citizens to bear arms. Ekwerem Madu, Federal High Court hears application today as UK court again denies him bail. Yes, UK court again denies him bail. Enugu government thanks federal government, expresses concern about his ordeal. INEC issues final warning to parties on deadlines, particulars of candidates. Receives 186 requests for CTC of candidates. Buhari reiterates commitment to peaceful, credible polls. ASU strike. Nigeria Labour Congress mobilized for nationwide protest. Mr. Batu. Yes, sir. Let's start with the protest, nationwide protest from the Nigeria Labour Congress. Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Christian. Thank you for having me. I think before now, personally, I've been of the opinion that the only way the federal government will listen to ASU is by other labor unions, especially the NSC and TUC, synergizing with ASU to bring federal government to the negotiating table. Because it's unfortunate that federal government, because they are not directly affected by the strike of ASU, they are not serious about addressing it. Because the record has shown that the government personalities, like the president, even the vice president, the governors, House of Rep members, House of senators, House of Assembly members, commissioners, even ministers, head of parastatals, that most of them, almost all of them, have their children outside the country, where they even acquire better education and come back at the expense and come back and take better jobs at the expense of the poor masses. So that best explains the reason federal government is not willing to address the issue, because their children are not affected. They are not directly affected. But if ASU shut down Nigerian economy, if Labour, TUC, NSC shut down Nigerian economy, federal government will be left with no option than to call for serious negotiation. Because when ASU speaks, when Labour speaks, NSC, TUC, you will discover that the oil sector will be shut down. And that's the necessary pressure you needed to put on federal government to come to the negotiating table. Because federal government, if you leave them with ASU, I tell you that this government will elapse without federal government reaching any meaningful agreement with ASU. And come to think of it, what is ASU asking of that the federal government finds difficult to address? It all borders on funding. Whether the negotiation agreement, whether remuneration, everything has to do with funding. And come to think of it, if you get it right with education, you have solved half of the Nigerian problem. Because here we are talking about human capital. That has to do with the skill, the experience and knowledge that are needed to drive the economy. That is there to drive even the security part, section of the part of the country. It is the educational system that need to get right to address the myriad of challenges we have in our country. Okay. So if the federal government is not willing to address it, it's not because the funding is not there. Because if you claim the funding is not there, we are seeing federal government borrow to address critical areas of the economy. We are seeing federal government in this fiscal year borrowed $200 million for mosquito nets. We are seeing the federal government spent about $6 million for water projects. And in this country, we are seeing a situation where the Accountant General of the Federation is accused of embezzling or misappropriating or diverting about 80 billion naira. We are seeing how a former chairman of NDDC is accused of embezzling about 47 billion naira.
In the same country where federal government find it difficult to release funds for the to address the educational sector. So for me, I think it's a welcome development that NSC and TUC should synergize and join force with ASU to bring federal government to the negotiating table.
Let's look at Tinubu and Wike's visit. What will it do to PDP and APC?
If actually I've not been privileged to read the news about it, but if actually Wike visited Tinubu in France for political talk, I think it's going to be a boost to Tinubu's presidency. But
how will it be a boost?
What I'm saying is, when we analyze here, I'm not fronting my opinion. I'm only analyzing based on realities on ground. Because like Wike or hate Wike, he command votes in River State. So if he's disenchanted, if he's disillusioned by the activities of PDP, and as such, he threatens, or his body language shows that he's not comfortable being in PDP. Any other political party, for that matter, will intensify effort to have him because of his electoral value in terms of his followership.
Followership?
Yes.
Or deep pockets?
Beyond deep pockets. That deep pocket may have endeared him in the heart of people in River State. And don't forget that Wike as a governor have done so much in terms of infrastructural development. So it's another thing to say, personally, I don't like his approach to issues because he is always at the center of all the leadership crises in PDP.
All?
Yes, almost all the leadership crises in PDP, he's always at the center of it. But whether I like his approach or not, is not to say that will not take away his electoral value in terms of his followership. So I will equally encourage P2B. I know P2B have reached out to him to intensify effort to have him to his side. Because anywhere he goes, whether we like it or not, that party, any party he defers to, will win the presidential election in River State.
But Mr. Matthew, is there any party Wike defects to?
The reason is not far-fetched. One, he is the governor of River State. And not just being the governor of River State, he is in good relationship with the electorates in River State. And as such, if you look at the statement coming from people in River State, you agree with me that even as he has not spoken, since the emergence of Okowa as the running mate to Atiku, his foot soldiers are speaking that they are disappointed. Even one of them said that when Atiku rejected Wike, that Atiku rejected the vote of River people. So what I'm saying is, any good politician will catch on it, okay, and encourage P2B to equally catch on it. Okay, and it depends on how PDP is able to manage it. Because even Atiku himself has spoken that action is being taken. Yeah. So it depends on how Atiku is able to manage it. If Atiku is not able to manage it well, and Wike leaves, whether I like it or not, it doesn't matter whether I like the face of Wike or not, it's going to be disadvantage to PDP. If
you hear that there's a movement of PDP in the north.
Yes.
Kano and
yes. I read about it, and I think it's a good one.
There's a change of structure. They are a little bit happy.
I read about it. I think it's a good one because a former aide to President Muhammadu Buhari said that from the look of things, what is on ground in Kano, in Gombe, in Katsina, in Kaduna, shows that if you conduct election today, that Obi is going to score between 75 and 80% in those states. So it's like a tsunami that is taking root in the north. And the way it is, he said it based on the fact that he's been apprehensive, he's afraid. He was encouraging and advising other aspirants, other candidates, to step up their campaign. That Obi is already a household name in the north. He said if he's Kano, everybody is PO.
Just by his visit.
He said he visited Kano, that everywhere is PO. Peter Obi.
By his own assertion.
By his own assessment, not just assertion. He said what is on ground. With the people interacted.
You trust in his judgment?
His judgment was not merely because he wanted to disparage P2B or despite P2B. His judgment was because he was afraid that P2B is gaining root in the north. He was merely advising Atiku and the other candidates to step up action that Obi is fast becoming a household name in the north. So it is not because he wants to even promote P2B. So for me, I think he was speaking the fact.
Okay.
And on that note, I think I will encourage P2B to do more, and not just doing more. He should look for a competent youth in the north, somebody who has not tried the hand in the Nigerian political system to use as running mate in the north. Let it be somebody who is not known to be in the corridors of power, but somebody who is in touch with the reality of things in the society.
Every man has been denied bail.
I think in the end, Ekweremadu will triumph victoriously because the available records, the information that is coming to the public scene shows that he did what he needed to do. One, if you look at the information from the NIM, National Identification Number Agency, shows that that boy should be about 21 years or so. The information that came from the British High Commission as to the form he filled when he requested for visa for that kidney donor shows that it was with his consent. So I think, going by the available information in the public domain, the next time they will appear in court, I think he'll be discharged. Then again, looking at whether the case will be returned to Nigeria, I think it will. Because part of the reason they're waiting for the Department of Public Prosecution in London is because part of the alleged crime is done in Nigeria. So invariably, they will want to return the boy and Ekweremadu to Nigeria for possible adjudication.
And that's a win. That's a win for who? That's a win.
No, I cannot.
When you said Ekweremadu win it.
No, even as I've said that, if the case is in court and it's going to go to court in Nigeria, it is not in my place to start passing judgment. Otherwise, it will be prejudice. It will amount to contempt of court.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I have Mr. Mazi Chigozie. Mazi Chigozie. Happy New Month from Alaji Chigozie.
I know you have been bought over by hooligans and he's coming to pay you pounds. Alante is he claims he's around. I think I will want to. I think we are planning to host him in the Sheraton. Where again? Where do you make preparations?
I'm not aware of any preparation.
The same. I'm not aware of Nigeria.
Okay.
Good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to the second half of the year. Blessings, blessings, blessings all the way.
Okay, the president has warned the Nigerians in diaspora, and also they should be careful of their statements on social media. They should be patriotic Nigerians.
Who?
The president.
Okay, he's warning people in diaspora, right?
Both
the likes of the two Nigerians and Jerak and the Punaga that is here to entertain us today, and we hope it won't be caught up with the traffic. Or could that be enough excuse? Well, time will tell. But whatever happens, the same Buhari who went to overseas and tell the world that Nigerians are lazy youths. The same Buhari is talking this. I tell you, he's the one that established the hate speech, if that is hate speech. He went abroad, he demarketed Nigerians, people who are ready to work, but there is no, even NEPA self. I'm certain that this battery was not charged with NEPA. It was charged with generator. I am certain. I tell you, my battery. I'm just charging my battery now. You can understand. I don't know if you have lights, which I know is general. For the past 2 days, I only experienced like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So what are you saying? The reality is that the man, he was the one responsible, the architect of Nigerian problem. He demarketed Nigerians to multinationals who should have probably considered investing in Nigeria, telling them that Nigeria has no, they are not capital intensive,
they have no workforce, by telling us that even including you, you are youth. You say you are lazy. Notwithstanding, out of rain.
You don't mention my name.
Are you not a youth?
But
He said Nigerian youths are lazy. If you are a youth, then he captured you in that statement. So you should go back and tell them that we are not lazy. It's just that he's using our commonwealth, the hard payers' money to service his allowances and all that. Let him go and tell them that why Nigeria is not working is because he is responsible. He has not provided power. Of course, even small-scale industry, ordinary barber's shop cannot make use of lights. Then what are you talking about? How can you talk about industrialization? So you should go and tell them that and apologize to the youth that is responsible for the problem. Look at what you are facing. You don't even have, even with the generator, you don't have, there's no fuel. You see, look at hold up, because people are, hold up is building up because there is no fuel. You see, and the available shuttles has been, the fare has skyrocketed. So Buhari and his Femi Adeshinas should know what to do to apologize to Nigerian for failing the Nigerian people.
Okay, as we strike, NLC mobilizes for nationwide protests.
That is very unfortunate. I have never seen a country under the sun in this 21st century that has no value for education. When you have no value and you don't place priority on education, it means you have no future, you have no plan to develop. You see, it affects both the economy, the technological advancement and all that. How can you tell me the citadel of learning, the highest institution of learning, has gone moribund? No interaction, no exchange of knowledge. And you think there is future for this country? I don't understand. Of course, maybe because it doesn't have certificate. And when you don't experience something, you won't know the value of that. It's very unfortunate. If you have passed through the walls of education, and education passed through you, you should know the importance of education to a country, to a society, to a nation. Educating your supposed citizens and the youth should be your primary objective, because they are the one to drive the economic revival. They are the one to chart the way forward by building, of course, and developing the society, which, of course, will have a positive impact on the economy. But now you can imagine the youth are out of school, and nobody cares about that. Everybody is focusing on election. Everybody is focusing on how to loot the country the country is almost in coma. They're only focusing on how to raise money, borrow money, and sponsor another criminal into office. To continue, even a man again who has been alleged, who tell us that he has no, he didn't pass through secondary school and primary school, but his certificate, varsity certificate was looted, and you people didn't report when that was looted. It's very unfortunate.
Okay, let's look at Obi's movement is making waves in the north.
If it make this submission, and the best thing that can happen to Nigeria is to give Obi the opportunity to see if at all he can revive Nigeria. But I doubt that, because the constitution and the system could not allow him to strike. But if to say that whether he has the competence, whether he has the credibility, he has the, of course, technical know-how to drive a viable system, and he also has the political will to do so, I will give him that credence. But the reality is that in Nigeria, nothing good lasts. That is the reality. And unfortunately, people have not learned lesson, and maybe for the very reason that Nigeria was not designed to succeed. That is why, of course, the likes of Peter B. I mean, Peter B is a very reputable personality. Of course, his antecedents is there to speak for him, but I would have rather appealed to him to, of course, be the president of Biafra. So because you cannot just wear a swine a precious perfume, because it will not, they will not value it. They don't know the value of those precious pee. It's just a waste of time. So, but when you give it to somebody like me that understands the value of how smelling goods.
You know what, Jarek, you know what Jarek said? He said Nigerian youths are lazy because most people don't pay taxes. Most of the youths don't pay taxes. Why would Buhari call them lazy?
It seems the burger Jarek is eating over there is affecting him. I bet you should come down to Nigeria and take and ice cream, right? Eating too much ice things affect the brain, the functionality of the brain. How can you tell me that nobody is at time? But I'm telling you the truth. I have a basic knowledge of health science. In fact, I scored a B1, I mean B2 in health science. So I understood what is happening. You can't tell me that people are not paying tax. Why should they pay tax? Tax is a product of productivity. What Lagosians are doing here, or the government of Lagos, is extorting people. Multiple taxations. It's just conditioning people to such level that they have no say. So you cannot talk of tax without talking of productivity. People should be taxed based on their earnings. You cannot tax me because of my blood. Now, we are, of course, rendering humanitarian service, serving humanity. Will you tax me because I'm standing here? You tax people. I know we are productive. We are selling ideas. Of course, educating the world and trying to save humanity and make sure that we have a better system. But you cannot tax people like David. How can you tax me? I'm already ripped off because we are paying multiple taxes. The lights we are using, we don't even enjoy the service. So how can you justify the tax? We are paying tariff for what you are not using, the data and the MTN and all that, and other facilities. The government don't provide water or lights to the citizens. You see, and you expect them to do miracles. So the government should create the enabling environment and empower the people. I listened to P2B. He said over 60% of China's economy is being controlled by small-scale industry, because there is a deliberate and conscious attempt on the part of the government to engineer that creativity and, of course, allow the commons, of course, the locals, to control the hub, the industry, the production. And that's why China becomes the largest industrialized country today. So can you tell me you are paying tax from where? Where do you have to pay tax? Like now, for instance, you are working with a fleet. Do you expect you to pay multiple tax? Why there is some deductions at the end of the month from TTB? And unfortunately, even when you are paying that, you won't be given clearance. I have experienced that. Even as a teacher, they deduct money under the disguise of tax deduction, but they don't give you clearance. You see, unless you go and get that. How can they account for that? Why they know that they have created that, of course, lacuna for them to continue to exploit the people. The likes of Nigerians will enforce tax on trader, people selling pure water. They're paying 5,200 on daily basis. So how do you impose tax on these people who even are just trying to survive, trying to make ends? It's very unfortunate, and we hope that Nigerians should be aware of what is coming. It's very unfortunate that perhaps Mr. Kunle told me that Oduduwa now has an international passport. Oduduwa international passport, and the petition has been served. And I think
they have more than 5 million.
5 million petition. But does Nigeria listen to petition? How can you petition a man who has no certificate and who didn't go to school? Maybe Femi Adesina will be there to interpret to him.
His voice, yeah. Good morning.
This man is an allergy. This is Mr. Chigozie. Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to everyone on the platform, and good morning to the CEO of Flip TV, Mr. Abiodun Kukoluyi. Happy New Month to everyone, and Madam Funigas, I believe you should be, some couple of hours, you should be in Ogba. We are expecting you. Christian is expecting you. Flip TV management is expecting you. We are all expecting you.
Okay, they said you are not paying tax because that's why you're lazy.
No, people get job, they pay tax.
No, youth in Nigeria don't pay taxes. So.
Youth in Nigeria. Do youth in Nigeria have job? It's not when you are gainfully employed. I mean, when you have a business doing, that's when you pay tax. Okay, like some youths now are jobless now. Even for them to feed themselves, it is very difficult. So now, where do they get the money from to start paying tax? Why they should always mind is what transit. Why they should say mind now? His son. Because he's saying about paying tax. If I'm employed, if I'm gainfully employed, if I have a business, if I work for a company, I will not evade these things. These are.
If you are gainfully employed.
If I'm gainfully employed, these are what. And you
have the basic amenities.
No. These are the basic obligations of a citizen. So now, even if I pay tax, where are the basic amenities? Nothing. No good roads, no water. We have a plenty power supply. You pay tax to one person pockets. You pay tax, accountant general of the federation, we siphon your own hard-earned effort just because you want to pay tax.
The one they have not used it judiciously.
That is it. So now, this is even what discourages some self-employed business owners from paying tax, because if you pay tax, at least government is supposed to even give you soft loan for the small scale business. You cannot access loan. So what use is the tax? You pay tax, there's no good road. You pay tax, you have plenty power supply. You pay tax, you cannot afford to rent shops at what affordable prices. Everything is on a very high side. Of what use is the tax for? So there's no use of paying tax. So I believe the president should not say Nigerians abroad should be what? Patriotic about what? When he went to UK and said Nigerian youth are lazy, was he patriotic? When he said that, was he patriotic? When he said that, in 2019, his son, Yusuf Buhari, served. And then when the son served, the son was posted to NNPC headquarters, Yusuf Buhari. So now, would the president come out and tell Nigerians that what is patriotic? So why can't I also serve in that same NNPC? Even the president himself has even killed the youth morale, because he has marketed us. Yes. So if we should go abroad and start saying Nigerian youth are lazy, so what does he expect from the lazy youth?
Okay. So let's look at bloodbath in Nigeria, Enugu Plateau. Gunmen killed Lieutenant Colonel, Major, Captain, 35 others, 14 cops, 6 civilians, abduct 2 Chinese.
It's a regular trademark.
A regular trademark that the lieutenant colonel,
yes,
a major,
it is.
A captain, 14 cops.
Mr. Christian, I have always told you, and I will understand, the government of the day do not want to fight insurgency because they are benefiting from it. It doesn't take government 30 minutes to put an end to what insurgency, but some persons are benefiting from it. So something you are benefiting from, how do you put a stop to it? Every year, there is a particular amount of money budgeted to the Ministry of Defense. Ministry of Defense would go to the Senate and defend their budget. In that budget, there is always money attached to what fighting, combating insurgency. So if insurgency is brought to an end, such money would not get into their pockets. These people know what they are doing. So every day you come in here to say, Mr. Kusen,
sacrificing the life of
Mr. Kusen, see,
of a lieutenant colonel,
Mr. Kusen,
the captain.
Hello, Mr. Kusen. I cannot. I'm not a military person. Government knows the needful. Government is not willing to end insurgency. I cannot end it for them. Buhari is not willing. Buhari was a former chief of army. He was a major general. So are you telling me that the president does not know what it takes for him to put an end to insurgency? He knows because this is his field. This is field of study. He knows it. But the presidency, even the president, is not willing to end his insurgency because that insurgency is putting food on the table of some persons. How the people die for much permission? Where did they get $1 billion US from? $1 billion US from? The money was diverted, was given to him from the SS account, 1 billion to go and fight, buy what? Ammunition. Did he buy the ammunition? Is not serving under Buhari government. So what are we saying? If the president is what shielding these guys, so I don't feel pity for them. If fully he wants to put an end to it, let him. If he does not want to put an end to it, let him be. Because the president is not willing to fight the insurgency. Now you need to be careful. You need to protect yourself. Forget about government. Forget government because government cannot. Yes. If there's government, why would captain and some other person die? Why would bandits adopt passengers on the train? Why would bandits gun down Air Force fighter jets? Why would bandits invade Nigeria Defense Academy in Kaduna? Why is bandits killing people every day in Nasarawa? If government is willing to put an end to it, it shows government of the day is not serious, and no government in Nigeria would want to end it. My brother bet it. No government you want to put an end to it because there's some cabals that is really milking our resources from this insurgency. People are dying, they are profiting, they are making money from it. So banditry in Nigeria insurgency in Nigeria is now a business, it is a lucrative business. So now it's like you telling Gumi that tomorrow insurgency would end. Where do you want Gumi to get money from? Where do you want Gumi to get money from? Where do Buratai get this money from? Buratai gets money from what? Insurgency. There are some hierarchy military men who are also making money from this insurgency. If the chief of army staff will make billions of US dollars out of it, there are some hierarchy men who are also making trillions out of this. So the government is not willing to put an end to it. So that should not be our headache. If bandits come Lagos, if they kill us, fine. If we survive, fine. Yes, because for like how many years insurgency has been dragging. Nothing has been, no new tactical way to put an end to it. So what are we saying? Every year, the president, when bandits kill people, he will come and say, condolence visit. My people, I am sorry.
Condemn.
My people, I condemn. Every year, since 7 years, he has been condemning, and there has been no bill. And then, for one, he has not taken any drastic action to put an end to it. Before he could even replace the service chiefs, it took him how many years? People were shouting, Nigerians were crying. Replace them. So what are we saying? My brother, see, I have always told you, you were saying about TUC. You were talking about trade union congress.
Yeah. Mobilized for nationwide strike.
That what?
The NLC mobilized for nationwide strike.
Who is NLC?
The Nigerian Labour Congress.
The Nigerian Labour.
Yeah, I think this one will be.
This one will be what? This one will be what?
This one will be strong.
Strong now. NLC are about. The chairman of NLC is trying to make money. Yes, I'm Mr. Kutan.
We're talking about ASU strike.
I said he's trying to make money. I said the chairman of NLC would not embark on any strike. Mr. Kutan, if the NLC embark on strike, Mr. Kutan, I'll buy you rice of 100 naira. I'll take you to a buka.
How much is rice 100 naira?
I'll buy you rice 100 naira. No,
how much is rice?
That's what I can afford for now. I'm a poor man, yes. I'm a poor man. That is what I can afford.
You're a lazy Nigerian.
I'm not lazy because the government has not made the environment enabling and conducive. If government, see, I bet you today, take me to Europe or take me to America. If I don't blow within 1 year, call me bastard. Because one, then you have the environment
there will be
for
strike.
you to thrive.
There will be strike.
I said,
the last time I placed you refused. I told you Ashwaju was going to become the candidate of APC.
That one is not best.
I told you.
Why will I be happy?
NLC is going to go on strike.
Now, we also placed a bet. You said student union wanted to disrupt.
Wanted.
No,
you did English classes. Yes, wanted.
No,
okay.
No. Student union said they would disrupt all the political primaries.
They said,
now,
they said.
So now, what happened?
You did English classes. They said.
So now, what happened? I said such protest, such plan will not go on. I know these people. NLC chairman, Labour chairman is broke. He wants to make money from federal government. Now, he has come out now to say he wants to embark on the side. Government will call him to a negotiating table. Bet me, before 12 a.m., he will shift his plan again. I've always told you, these people, they are the same thing. What's Labour? Labour knows that people are suffering in Nigeria. Ever since there have been power high, as Labour come out to protest, there has been hardship in Nigeria now for quite many years now. Inflation is on the very high side. Petrol costs now. Diesel costs every month. Why has Labour not come out and protest? Now Labour would come out now and protest. Government will call Labour around 2 minutes into midnight. Labour chairman will walk majestically into the meeting with the presidential committee. They will tell him to shift his plan, give him Kano must go. Yeah, we'll be waiting. That tomorrow they will show that the economy. Labour will not say there is no strike again. Is that Labour you can trust?
Labour is going to do their work.
It seems that from Jamaica, all the things I've been speaking here since morning, I've not said anything meaningful to you.
Okay, Obi movement in the north. Obi movement. Obi movement in the north is, according to reports, is gaining ground.
I've always told you, Mr. Christian.
Structure. They are getting into this structure.
Don't be carried away. See.
That's a report. I'm not carried away.
Don't be carried away. I will tell you what I'm plan. In 2015, Tafa Balewa's son was as one of the age with Jonathan. He went to the north and said Jonathan will win the presidential election. That's why the odds were in favor of Buhari. He went to the north. Now, when the result came out 2-1, even the Tafa Balewa's son voted Buhari. He was working at the age under Jonathan, on the election. He voted Buhari. He came out and said he regretted voting Buhari. Despite the fact he worked at the age. So what are we saying? Now, Obi should not be carried away with the online proofs. This is just online proof. Now,
some people have donated their offices, their buildings. I'm telling you what is happening.
Politics is beyond donating. I told you, what would always man Nigerian election is what vote buying. Highest bidder would have it all. You saw what happened at the APC primary. Ashwadi bought delegates. He bought delegates and he bought aspirants. Now, same man, don't be surprised. He bought the aspirants. He bought governors too. And look at how many aspirants set up for him. You know, Nigerians, we are poor. We are poor. And average Nigerian lives below $1 a day. So now, are you telling me that same man that wants to go and vote to be, that day, APC, PDP gives him or her 50,000? Don't you think that person who want to change his or her mind and vote for APC or PDP? Same thing happened in Osun State election. You saw what happened. It was vote buying. I be there, ask it all, take it all. So Obi should not be carried away with the online polls and victory. There's still more to it. Obi needs to build structure across 774 local governments. Politics has to do with structure because Obi on the day of election, Obi will be in Anambra casting his vote. It is the polling unit agents that represent the Labour Party that will be on ground to make sure that Obi votes is counted. Now, what if that person on ground compromises? What if
typical Nigerians?
That is lifestyle of an average man in Nigeria.
The youth are tired. They are tired of the status quo. Youth are tired of the status quo.
Don't be received by this sort of youth. Now, I'll give you, after the answers election protest, there was a by-election in Lagos East when the youth were supposed to come out massively and vote. Did they come out? It was after the answers last year. Sorry, by-election in this Lagos East. FPCC won. Youth, it was that, according to that election, it was only 5% of youth that came out to vote. You don't be all this youth. They will just start one movement along the line. You see that movement. I am a youth. I'm canvassing for myself. I know myself. I know that day I will vote. But what?
Who will you vote for? Who will you vote for?
Who
will you vote for?
Who will I vote for?
Yes.
Who will I vote for? When the time is.
So you have not made your mind here.
Because now, even voting now, even if Obi becomes president.
Who will you vote for? That's the question.
Let me tell you something. Even if Obi becomes president, Nigeria cannot be paradise in 8 years. Still, the suffering will still continue. Obi will. What if
you are not in the question?
Another person will still come, still rules Nigeria. You know, I have to tell you about this case of, the case of Berakuli. Wait. With a question, are you a politician?
I'm asking a question.
You don't ask me who I want to vote for. Let that be my headache.
You're a politician now.
Let that be my headache. You don't come on live and start asking people who do I want to vote.
No, I can ask you.
You know, ever since I've been voting for Obi. But one thing I have always. And now I want to start projecting life after Obi. One other idiot to come and become president again. Just like what happened in Nabda. How she fought drug barons. How she made sure that agency
was sanitized.
But after the human died now, what has happened to that Nabda now? You see fake drugs everywhere. You see drug barons everywhere. Nobody could able to fill that void again. Nobody could bring that sanity into that agency again. So that is why I said.
Okay, let's look at Wike visiting Tinubu in France. What do you think?
Wike has not. Nobody has beaten each other.
Let's
It's
look
just
at Wike. I didn't say Wike. I said, let's look at Wike visiting. He might visit. He might not visit. Visiting is a continuous step.
Okay. Okay.
Let's look at Wike visiting Tinubu in France.
He's a politician. He has that to visit anybody.
What will he say for PDP and APC?
What will I say for them?
What will he?
Of what gain? Of what use? This is the same Wike who has come out publicly. You see that these politicians, they are all cowards. They are all cowards. Yes. This is the same Wike that said APC has cancer. That see, if rather remain in a party that has headache and compare rather than him joining party that has cancer. Now, so now he wants to go and join APC. He has cancer. People that don't have ideology, people who cannot, people that all what they are most interested in is money. Change. Now, because Wike did not get the slots of the vice president, now he wants to cross carpet. Okay, this is the same Nigeria you want me to believe in. Because he could not get the 50 slots, he wants to work. So now he wants to work with Asiwaju, right?
He's saying that there should be revolution, that Nigeria is not workable.
So see, what I'm saying is that people that don't have ideology should not be elected into office. Look at how people are now. Nobody is happy being in Nigeria. A friend was asking me that, David, what do you do for a living? I tell him I live in Nigeria for a living. Yes, I live in Nigeria because my brother, it is hard for us to live in Nigeria now.
Okay.
Look at the population. So the best way for us now is every Nigerian should come out and fight for ourselves. These people have failed us. Forget PDP, forget APC, forget Labour Party. Obi might even get there and still cabals still control him because there are some cabals. Yes, we know them.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. The analysis. Thank you. I have Oluwawan of the west side of the East Colorado.
How is the East Colorado? It's like today we have a better weather.
Happy New Month.
Okay, yes, happy New Month to you and to my viewers and to everybody worldwide. We are seeing a corporated core Nigeria. We want to analyze what is happening, but according to what we are seeing, it's like the handwriting on the wall that we are seeing. The political class, they are going to crumble. A new one is coming outside for you and I. The new face is coming outside for you and I, but we are tired about that fucking shit.
Yeah, we are tired.
We don't want that shit anymore. We don't tired to carry any more of that shit.
We are tired. Obi movement is making wave in the north.
See, that's what I'm telling you, that somebody is coming and it's now.
It's now.
It's now. Because time is coming when the old school will go and the new school will come. Now is the time and the new school have come. And Nigeria is a wave, it's a Taxation wave. We have not realized ourselves, our mistake, and we now know we have to follow the right thing and forget the wrong. Forget about the money, forget about look about the future. We have suffered a lot.
Yes.
The language is a peculiar department. We have to shift it away.
Yes.
And move forward.
Yes.
And now is the time for you and I.
Obi does not have structure.
But we don't need structure. We need somebody that is new in our environment, that know who we are, that we can hold responsible for anything that happens.
Yes.
Now nobody is responsible for any fucking shit that is happening in Nigeria.
Yes.
Imagine darkness everywhere. Who do you hold to account for? Yes. No, because they are all vagabond in power.
No, the federal government blame the terrorists.
Imagine language. So there is nothing to be. See, I already told you that they don't have responsible.
They are not responsible.
Now you say a terrorist. The other day you say swap, attack or what? Now they attack Kempa. So the next time they will attack where?
They will attack
Forest. Oh God. See, we just thank God for our life because we now see the light.
Okay, let's look at
the tunnel. Light came.
Yes.
And now light came.
Bloodbath in Niger, Enugu, Plateau, others. Gunmen kill Lieutenant Colonel, Major, Captain.
Yeah, we kill all of them because now it's getting out of hand. When the security were budgeted, they were allocated billions of trillions of dollars for them to fight insecurity. At the end of the day, the big wings, they share the money in Dubai, they buy us all over the world. Why will security not come? See, killing Colonel, Major, You and I are not saved. We are just saved because of the mercy of God. We are not saved by the power of the government. The power of government doesn't have any shit, any 1 inch power to save the citizen. They never save themselves. We live in the mercies of God in this country now. That's why God has revealed to us that we have to change our mindset. We have to forget about Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. We have to go as a one-minded Nigeria. Then the truth will come.
And the truth has come.
And it's come. And it will set us free. And all those stories will be story of the past.
Will become past.
So
are you voting who?
I'm voting that last language I'm telling you. So the last shall be the first.
Yes.
And who is the last? The one that you say doesn't have structure.
Yes.
I will need it like that.
I want to waste my vote.
We need it like that. The one that has structure. What has they done? They make us, they kill us, they kidnap us. Today inside the church, they execute us.
They use us to
Shara in Dubai, they lodge in the highest hotel. They come back. What are you saying? The language is a conformist language. It's a stealing language.
On ASU strike. Nigeria Labour Congress mobilized for nationwide protest.
ASU strike.
NLC mobilized.
How long will LLC mobilize? During the time of LLC, let us go back in the time of Adamu Sumole. We all know what is happening then. At the end of the day, it now stayed in hand. All those what is name of man or what is name? It's a tartar to the language of the government. It's a last tartar. So it doesn't have what to say. It's just speaking language that will never come to pass. How long have you been sitting there? It's not you want to mobilize? It's a systematic story. It's a story.
Okay, let's look at Tinubu weekend meet in France as Article 6.
Their plan is already exposed. Their plan is already exposed to Nigeria. Nigeria is already tired of them. So they are out of the game. Whether I go to UK, Canada, Oslo, or Frankfurt for any meeting, you are your own. We are already decided. Nigeria youth, nationwide already decided. We are, two of you are out of the game. Maybe in your home, in Bodilo, or in Adamawa, not in Nigeria anymore.
Yes.
Because a candidate that is coming there is a new home.
Yes.
That can set Ghana free. That can put the food on our table. And the boss, the motherfucking light, you say the security. Terrorists. Anytime story. Ship were in Port Harcourt, in Portugal. And they are burying some priests in Kaduna. It's very callous and demonic. The president happy somewhere, another nation. And the nation down here is crying. How will you weigh that situation? The president is out of control.
Yes.
It's boss out for Koyo.
Thank you very much.
I will replace that shit.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much. I'm Mr.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning, everybody.
Yes.
What's my guy name? Not the one they always attack there.
Yoruba?
Not Yoruba.
Jarek,
yeah. Jarek, I greet you. Then Nazi, I greet you. It's Nazi, right? Nazi, I greet you. Jarek, how you doing today? Funigas, I greet you. Sketo, I greet you. Every one of you there. Udeme in US, I greet you. Sina, I always appreciate your comment. I always appreciate your advice. I always appreciate your support. God bless you all.
Yoruba Nation is moving forward.
It's standing.
5 million, over 5 million.
It's standing.
International.
That's why I don't understand this youth. I've been telling you referendum. These people don't know what they want. Youth don't know what they want. By the time you continue with the presidency of Nigeria, who know where the president, who know the remote control, the person that is holding that is awaiting with the remote control to telegate the president. Do you think you have the president and you have your way? You have your way in the Senate, you have your way in the House of Rep, until you change the narrative.
Yeah.
The composition of the Senate, until the Constitution, until you change the composition of the Senate, you change the Constitution of the, House of Rep, where some people believe they have the majority to decide and to not decide. They can look at you tomorrow and get you impeached.
So what are you now saying?
Remember, Lawan had to shout it down on Okorocha.
Yeah, imagine your fellow senator. It's just the rank that it's you same senator that come together that said, this is what we want as a Senate president, and you are still shouting on them. That is to show you there's a power show in the system. I mean, government system of government in Nigeria. Some people are bigger than others. Some people are bigger than others. A lot of them are saying, president, we want this. When the president gets there, it's coming into some people that are waiting for him to grab him up. What frustrated Jonathan? I think they should have learned from Jonathan. Obasanjo succeeded because they the murmur, one murmur. There's one murmur from Benin too that was NLC leader there. There's one in the southwest where I've forgotten the name. That was when NLC was vibrant. That was when NLC was vibrant. If the government bring any harsh policy, the next day they will come out. If the ASU get shut down, the next day the students, NANS, you could see there is no more NANS. There is no more NANS. NANS has been monetized. National Association of Nigerian Students has been monetized.
Most of them are into politics.
They are into politics now. Either supporting PDP, either supporting APC, either supporting Labour, either supporting. I say, I'm telling you, the youth has to wake up. We should declare and demand for referendum. This is our generation. Your old generation continue with the constitution you made. But this constitution should not be imposed on the new generation. Let us start a new Nigeria. Let us start a new, where the referendum will lead us to, I mean, what's it called, regional, system, government, and everybody, what you make, you contribute to the federation on tax. So everybody Nigeria will keep working again then. Not this one that we are crawling. This one that we are crawling. Now, any president that comes in, how does he want to manage? How did the person want to manage China's goal? How did the person want to manage IMF loan? How did the person want to manage Paris Club loan? You know those governors? You know what is the debt those governors are created? They created now on the Paris loan.
They created problem.
More problem. So the garbage that is on ground now, if you think deep, you know that we are even nowhere around solution with all this presidency election we want to do now. Let us sit down, if possible, throw away the idea of election for now. Let us get our bearings. How do you get out of this mess? How do you get out of this rumbles we are in now? How do you get out of this, the messed up we are now? Because this is not a country any longer. A country that is a laughing stock now. I'm telling you, China, you imagine, they're even saying it here. They're even saying that. That means we've been enslaved. After British colony, after we've been enslaved by the British, the China too is trying to enslave us. They are trying to colonize us. That is what it means. China will colonize us. And they have all the names.
21st century.
In this 21st century.
Is it possible?
It's possible. Is it not what is happening already? They will colonize your economy. Or they colonize your economy already. China is in charge of your economy as I'm talking now. Go to all these Magoro, go to all the biggest companies there, setting up, and they employ Nigerians as slaves. Go to Wahoo. Wahoo is just a stone throw here. Go there. They beat up Nigerians. They beat up Nigerians with karate, with kung fu. They beat them up, and if you dare report to police, that Chinaman will go scot-free. Nothing they will do for them. Is that not enslavement already? If your economy is vibrant, what will Chinaman be doing in your country? What will Chinaman be doing? You have control over China. It's not China that will have control over your country. It's a mess we are. I want referendum. This is generation, so that I still enjoy a bit of Nigeria as I'm alive, so that we can start a new beginning, a new Nigeria. I wonder some people that said they are agitating before, now they switch over to you want president. Presidency is a suffering and smiling country. Presidency is a suffering and smiling country. Even the system of government doesn't even make any citizen of the government to enjoy the goodies of the.
We have system of government.
We are docile, number one, and we cut it. We are docile. How many times have you walked to local government, your local government, and to say, okay, what is your budget for this year? What budget you collected? What is your allocation you collect? How do you want to spend it? Do we do that? No. And government starts from the local government.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Kule, I have a Mazi Raphael this month. Mazi Raphael. After him you talk. Okay, talk. Okay.
My people, I'm greeting you, people that are abroad and inside Nigeria that is supporting good things. See, we have suffered enough for this country. And we talk, there's what we call a system of government. What is the meaning of system of government? It's government of the people. That is called democracy. Government of people, for the people, and by the people. But we are not practicing it in this country. We have what called equal rights, and we don't have equal rights. The equal rights let me know that how he treated Mr. A is how he's supposed to treat Mr. B. That nobody is above the law. But now, many people is above the law. Somebody will thief egg, which is a cocoa. They will jail him 7 years. Why a governor will thief billions of dollars and pounds? They will say that
under consideration. We still in stubbornness today.
What is happening in Ebonyi State and Benue?
What is happening in Ebonyi State and Benue is something that are supposed to happen between them, because they have common boundary and they always having a loggerhead. They always fighting each other. Because Benue will rob Ebonyi people. When he run, he will run his brothers and sisters. They will say it's Ebonyi people. That is why Ebonyi people go there and lay ambush to capture those people. When they capture them, they did not give them those people. Benue people grow annoyed. Why they not brought those people for them? How can you carry a thief go and give him people? Now he continue to be thieving. If you carry a thief go give him brother, he will release him easily. That's why they hold them. Not to say they don't kill them, they never kill them. But they hold them. Many people will send them, come, let them see them. Because you cannot release a thief. You don't know the ambition of that. Nigeria today, some people will move like a thief. They may not be a thief. They may be a kidnapper or hire killers. That's why they hold them. May their people come. May they ask them, why you send these people this kind of journey? Because we have common market we are sharing together with them.
Okay.
So,
thank you very much.
I thank you for the little chance that you give me of time. But my people, let me tell you, ndị Igbo si onye ndị iro gbara mgburu n'ihi na-eche ndị eche. Ojukwu kwukwara ekwu. Ọ sị, onye ọbụla mmanụ ọbụla afọ Igbo bụ sọ ya nwụọ. Ọ sị na oge ga-eru mgbe onye ọbụla ga na-eji mma and egbe. Ojukwu said that time will reach where everybody in Nigeria will have gun and cutlass. If you are sleeping, if you know how to handle gun, maybe on your head. If you know how to handle cutlass, maybe on your head. And you're not supposed to sleep past more than 2 hours. And you're supposed to sleep, one eye will be open. The time have already reached. Fulani people want us to know what Ojukwu says. Thank you for
very
much.
I have Mazi Raphael.
Good morning. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, viewers. Thank you for staying tuned. We thank you for your, efforts. Every morning, every day, you keep on viewing.
Let's look at the recent visit Wiki had with Tinubu. Visiting Tinubu in France. What will you speak for the two political parties, PDP and APC?
PDP and APC. Well, if Wiki visits Tinubu in France, well, if you ask me, I will say there's nothing wrong about it. All these are our politicians, they are the same. They are not enemies. Don't be confused. That Tinubu is not in any way enmity with Wiki. Tinubu is not. Look, this current, Senate President Lawan. Sure, understand. Tinubu was the person that made him who he is, Mohamed Ahmad Lawan. Let me tell you, two of them are not enemies. No matter what happened, Lawan challenged him. Lawan disappointed him, but you will see that Lawan is going to visit him in France. They are all one. They are just confusing us. We are the people that are confused here. Not even those politicians. Nigerians are confused. See, we can pay a visit to Tinubu. Why is the media carrying it? What does that mean? Are they enemies?
Has become a bride. Many political parties are interested that he join their camp. So seeing
Wike threatened one time when he was disappointed during the convention at Ego Square, when Tambuwal, betrayed him. After, I think 3-4 days after, he was, vomiting bullshit. He was talking bullshit. He was quarreling all the member chieftains, stakeholders within PDP. You understand? He was even threatening that he's going to defect from PDP to APC. So if you ask me, I see it as what is playing out. Maybe Wike is trying to surprise PDP. If this is not, done so quickly like that, rapidly, I'm seeing Wike defecting to APC. Yes, that's what it shows.
That would be a shocking.
I'm telling you, it's going to be nothing but an indictment on the side of who? Wike. Wike will indict himself. Wike will prove himself that actually he has understood that he is an abu, a miscreant. Common street miscreant. I'm telling you. Yeah, who the hell is Wike? Wike refused to be an Igbo man. Wike changed his name to rubbish. Nothing. I think if you look at Inyeso, he just made Soma. Wike, not Wike. He changed it. So if he goes to France, that is for him and his family. It doesn't concern any Igbo man. It doesn't concern any staunch PDP member. Wike should be on that bed too with Tinubu because he himself is supposed to be sick. Yes, they should check his brain well. Tinubu trip to France. I don't cry over that. I don't say bad things about that. Tinubu went on medication. Just medical trip. I think understand. So the doctor that are taking care of, working under that establishment, not cheap now, they will just check Wike too. Those doctors, they should do what? Check Wike because Wike is sick. In fact, Wike is more sick. Wike is more what? More sick than Tinubu.
He has a choice. He has a right.
He has the right now. But what I'm trying to tell you is that he has right. But somebody that was disappointed how many weeks? Not up to 2 weeks now. I think you understand. He started dancing around. I will join APC. I will do this. I will do that. To who does that concern? Okay. To whose detriment? To his own detriment, because if he does, his political career is gone. Okay, let's look at it. Not that I don't know who they are. They are all political prostitutes. Atiku was one time what? Fighting for APC. Are you listening to me? Atiku joined forces with APC against who? Jonathan. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Atiku was once APC. The same Atiku has come back prostitutely. You hear the English? He came back prostitutely, joined PDP. So Atiku is a prostitute. Wike is a prostitute. Tinubu was a henchman of APC.
That will be left
Apuga for PDP from Labour.
To Labour Party.
Thank you. Something happened. Something happened. So he did what? He was wise. P2P is wise enough to have joined the Labour Party now. We see that one, what played out. Nothing is hidden about it. But we kept visiting Tinubu. Good. When my brother gets sick, I should go and see him. Fine. But I'm asking the doctor, those people that work under the establishment, to check Wike well because he himself is sick. I know they have chemotherapists there. They must also have what? Psychotherapists. They should meet Wike. Department of Psychotherapy.
I'm not confirmed that Wike is sick.
No, but he must be. He must be. All of a sudden, after being disappointed by Tambuwal, Wike started singing another tune. Are you listening to me? It's small thing. If you lose out, you stay and build a party. You don't need to be prostituting around. Okay. He's a prostitute, political prostitute.
NLC mobilizes.
They should check him well.
NLC mobilizes for nationwide protest on the ASU strike.
I have never had this for the past 7 years that NLC is mobilizing to what? Do demonstration or protest.
Nationwide.
Since inception of this administration, many things, many things, worse, callous things that are, even what more than NLC demonstrating. And no Nigerian has ever demonstrated against Buhari. So Waba, or whatever he calls himself, Waba Naba, that Hausa man that has NLC, that guy is a psychophant himself. He's playing to what? To the psychophancy, because he's a psychophant. He doesn't know how to manage that platform called NLC. Naba or Waba has been bought over by this administration. So whatever he's planning now, he is playing game for him and his family. Political game is it? What is he protesting for? Is he protesting for his brother Tinubu? Is his brother Buhari? Is Buhari not his brother? Is Waba not from North? What the hell are you telling me here that Labour is protesting for what? Labour has never protested, even to the extent that youth were killed. Kerosene is now sold 400 per liter, if not 600 per liter. This one has gone up to 800. I didn't understand me. Fuel has left 180, 170 to 185 to almost 200 and something. Go to various filling stations. This one will be selling different price. This one will be selling another price. They are not selling in uniformity. No uniform. You understand? In price. So is what happened 4 years ago is enough for what? The Labour to protest. So I don't know what Naba or Waba, the Labour leader, is planning to protest again. Maybe the money they are paying him is not enough. In fact, Waba should go and do what? Update his account. Maybe his account is not holding the money that is coming in there.
which is why he's trying to stage Hausa Fulani protest. To me, that is Hausa Fulani protest. It's a left protest. It's not protesting in favor of me. It's not protesting in favor of the Yoruba, the Igbos, and other ethnic nationalities. Waba is protesting for himself, his account, and his family. No money, enough money is not entering again. Nonsense.
Okay, let's food. Buhari has advised people in the diaspora and Nigerians to be careful with their words on social media.
Jesus Christ is the Lord. Buhari was not careful about what his utterances in 2011 when he lost an election. He said that the blood of the baboon will meet the what? Blood of the monkey on the street of Nigeria.
That's a rhetoric.
Thank you. That is that. Yeah, that is no. That is a figurative language and is a threat to what? An entity called Nigeria. Is a threat to an entity called Yoruba. Is a threat to an entity called the Igbo. Is a threat to all the nationalities in Nigeria. Buhari was threatening Jonathan then that if he mess up, he's going to make his what? Government ungovernable if he wins the oncoming election, which was 2015. See, Jonathan avoided many things. Buhari started what is called insurgency in Nigeria. Let me tell you, we follow the trending of history. What happened after the court session in 2011 that Buhari wept and wept profusely? That is what he has grabbed in 2015. Nobody knew the ulterior motive of what Buhari was coming to do in 2014-2015. Even our so-called professor, who was a Nobel laureate, could not understand. He campaigned for him. Everybody campaigned for him, not knowing that Buhari has prepared his brothers outside Nigeria for what? This invasion of Fulani terrorists. Don't you know that El-Rufai unified with Buhari and started what is happening today in the north, across the northern region as bandits and Boko Haram? They were the one that called the venture. The venture, I mean, is cooperation, aligning of Boko Haram with ISIS in the Middle East. That venture is now thriving on the soil of the north there. ISIS and Boko Haram, when they come, what they call themselves? ISWAP, ISWAP, Islamic State of West African Province. That is the abbreviation. I don't expand it for you. That is a venture of what? Boko Haram and ISIS in the Middle East, Europe. Are you listening to me? So they know it. Attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. Who said it? Buhari. That was when Ifedruka was the chief of army staff during Jonathan regime. That man decimated Boko Haram to the zero level. And Buhari came out to tell the whole world.
Some attacks.
Yeah.
But not really zero level.
Oga, no. I'm using figurative language.
Okay.
I shouldn't be very accurate in most of my quotations because I'm trying to disseminate information, pass a message to the Nigerians in diaspora and other people. So let me tell you, that person that said attack on the north, on the Boko Haram is an attack on the north. That's why they are being what? They are handling the issue of insurgency in Borno State, issue of Boko bandit terrorists and herdsmen terrorists with what? Velvet glove, hand glove. They are not fighting it to the what? To the last level, degree. Look at Boko Haram killing captain in the army, colonel. Major. It is on the paper. The whole major was killed by Boko Haram. 14 police. Oh God, the person that caused what is happening today in Nigeria's terrorism is the man that is presiding over the presidency office at Aso Rock. Let us be very, very what? Lucid on what we are saying. We shouldn't be managing the truth. We should be very, very generous, telling the whole people over there the truth. El-Rufai, who is El-Rufai? Have we forgotten El-Rufai's threat? El-Rufai was among the people that invited bandits so that they will make Jonathan government ungovernable if he tried. If ever Jonathan tried one election in 2015, let me tell you, everybody would have gone back to his own region. I pray God, why is it that Jonathan did not win? So that I would have been in the southeast. That's a total war. We will fight. Fulani is fighting us with what? What sense? They are manipulating us.
Gorilla.
Police say no. Soldiers say no. We know what you are saying. Nigerian politicians are saying no. It is not possible. Fulani are killing. They have been killing the Southerners over the years and nobody has done anything about it. What are you telling me? So this, what is happening now, federal government of Nigeria is aware.
Okay.
The killing by the herdsmen have been what managed by this present administration. They leave herdsmen alone. They only say IPOB, IPOB, Sunday Igboho, Sunday Igboho. Who the hell is Sunday Igboho? Sunday Igboho is fighting for his right. Herdsmen have been attacking churches across the country. The attack on St. Francis Catholic, herdsmen has been swept under the carpet. Buhari administration is pointing his finger at ISWAP, ISIS Ventures, and with Boko Haram. He invited them before 2015. I'm telling you, he is responsible. This regime is responsible for insurgency across Nigeria. Why are we managing the truth? We're not telling the whole world the truth. If we say the truth, what do you think can happen? Truth is the only medicine that can heal the wounded conscience of man. Okay, I'm telling you this.
Thank you very much. Yes, we've come to the end of the program this morning. Thanks for watching. This is Bystanders at a Distance. We are having this program tomorrow on time. What happened today was because of the rains. The rains are so much. Early morning rains disturbs the program. Thank you very much. I'm Christian Chuku. Bye for now. Happy New Month once again to everyone watching. I am Christian Chuku. Till tomorrow.